finally loaded into this map one on Mercado. It is going to be the Seattle Sloths versus OGT in the Silver East Division. Seattle spawning on the preferred sides for that P2, getting the opening kills around the hill and getting right into this match. I'm going to try to hop on the point for a few seconds, getting that turn on in mid-map. And now the teammate coming in, so not a great start here for OGT.
Yeah, OGT gonna have to do a little bit of work in order to get out of this dirty spawn trap. I mean, Crown has got the pre-aim on 10 doors wide open. But Arthur Morgan, Childs, and Murph with the trade, but the kills continue to fall the way of Seattle at this time. And Anita trying to break the way through Black Gate. Chava gonna shut it down on a 4 spree. Gonna look to find that cruise with 2 more, and that's probably gonna be a rotation secure for the Seattle Sloths.
Back-to-back Mercado hardpoints tonight that we've seen. The opening P1, I mean, a lot of time granted there to Seattle. Tough nade there, but now the break trying to come in. That really tough nade as the team kill comes in, and this is going to give the break to OGT. They finally get a break in this match, and that's going to be a big one, is now finding the kills around the hill, collecting this time. Nades coming out, and they know all these players are coming in. Another team kill for Seattle. I think that's already 3 in the first minute of this game we've seen.
Yeah, unfortunate nade through the ground, I might add, by the Sloths there, and unfortunately that's going to lead the way for Texas to be able to break in, but here comes the rebate. Crown tries to find the last, but Anita going to take him down, securing this time for the old guys. But the Sloths are anything but slow on this rotation. They have headed over towards this P3 side, playing tight, playing in order to make sure they don't die off of this rotation. First contact probably going to be made through forklift side. Ageless gets taken down by Dre. Shava finds the second, and that should hold the rotation for the Sloths.
One of those situations now where you just got to try to see if you can find any kills. Chava challenging that door. Maybe not the play there as he's taken down. Now Xylee trying to find this trade. Does find one on the Murph. Looking for the second player as well. But I think that overshot from Chava kind of opens his point up now. Makes it a bit mixy. The kill is going the way of OGT at the moment. Ageless picking up the kill on the Xylee. Last alive is Drace. He's traded out, and OGT break the hill and should be able to take the lead in a moment's notice. The trophies going down. Crown does get that kill in the end, and now another break chance here for Seattle.
Yeah, and that was almost a dirty little gunfight win out of Anita. But by the way, has the cruise missile in the back pocket now, already into this game. So that'll be something to consider as we move forward. But rotation, once again, in the way for Seattle. You know, if you're looking at rotation, how Seattle been playing them, they've won the rotation every single time thus far. They should be up way more than 20 points right here.
I think, I mean, this is a situation where it might, you're up now if you're OGT, but it's something that it might catch up to you if you continue to lose these rotations on a map like Mercado. Now trying to find this break where you're seeing the spawns across the map, and this is going to be really a three-pronged attack here for OGT as they try to break this. They're finding the kills. Last alive, Xylee on point, finding one. Looking for a second, does not look the right way. OGT with another break. They're not winning their rotations, but they're breaking these kills relatively easy. Aegis, excuse me, trying to get out and find a kill, but he's taken down. Now the pressure back on the point here is this Barber Hill becoming a bit mixy. Seattle breaks back in, and now the gunfight's going the way of Seattle as the rotation coming in for P4.
Yeah, Murph's going to be the saving grace for this rotation. Takes the gunfight versus Drace. Going to be able to win it. Rotation still contested, though. Xylix found himself a nice credit corner. Anita back on top. Literally a vertical degree shift away from each other right now. And Xylix will get known as soon as this cell pops. He makes himself known sooner. Finds the kill, but the trades are in for old guys. It's going to be 3, and for the first time in this map, they secure themselves a rotation. And now, what can they do with it? Hopefully, it build off that lead that they had early on before Seattle managed to get it back. But it's all going to come down to the break. 2 from middle, 1 from forklift for Seattle. Kills, first contact made. Murph and Anita find 2 each. The mid push will not be getting cut by Ageless, and this should be a hold for Texas.
Seattle really need to find the breaks that, I mean, that Seattle have really been getting time and time, or excuse me, that Seattle's been having. I mean, Arthur Morgan finding 2. It is going to be OGT back on this time, and this is not gone too well. I mean, for Seattle, but Crown now breaking in. Chava with a second, and now you see this rotation. This is actually a point here that you can really get yourselves back into this one if you are Seattle. Maybe take the lead. You're seeing all those OGT players spawning on that taco side. The push is going to come in. This is a heavy push, a 4-man push through this Barber alley, trying to make a play. Seattle, can they fend this off? Murph trying to get this kill in tunnel, does, gets traded out though. Numbers here though for OGT. Drace finding one. The trade coming in though. It is a pinstripe kill feed, but OGT does come out on top and will get the first few seconds on this hill.
Oh, and Anita with a huge gunfight win. 15-6, by the way, don't get it twisted. They've got a shot on him, but Xylix responds in a nice manner, finding 2 on the hill. Drace with the pinch. Angel's going to do his best to hold down the hill. Has to flee away, but gets ran into by multiple members of the Seattle Sloths. And now the rotation on the way for both of these teams, with Xylix making a strong rotational play through the left side of the map there. And Anita going to be able to grab this scrap time for Old Guys Texas. And I mean, if there's one adjustment that Seattle can make that will help win them this game, it's really going to be playing tighter on the rotation. They are giving up way too many gunfights, taking way too many challenges when they just need to stay in the hill, wait for Old Guys to push them. And Old Guys, they're going to have to figure out these rotations a little bit stronger. Right now, they're relying way too much on the breaks, and it's going to cost them some points here if they just keep Seattle. Just let them rotate every single time.
Now, I think that Cruz is going to be coming in here, trying to make a play, and OGT trying to break this, but Anita with that Cruz not able to find anybody. Trophies down in the hill. It is back and forth right now, but Seattle do take the lead once again. Chava with a nice little heady here. Did he spot Ageless? I'm not sure. A break trying to come in through the east side here for OGT. Chava though from the top rope finds 2, and that is going to be the hill secure for the moment for Seattle. Murph last alive here in mid map, really waiting for those reinforcements, but I mean, Zenny, this has been an absolute bang out here on this Mercado, just back and forth, time and time again.
First very, very strong hold that we've seen from Seattle, but the rotation now is going to be up in the air as Seattle have gotten this bad spawn 4P2. Only Xylix here to contest. Murph looks like he's waiting on reinforcements from Angels to hit this out. They will double chow back alley. That kill comes through. That should secure spawns for Old Guys towards the P2 side. Anita pinches from 10. Looks like Drace playing a lurker role, manages to find one, but the trade surely to come in here. Yep, that will do it. And now all of Seattle Sloths going to be off of spawn in this 10 side, and this is basically the reverse of what we saw happen the first P1. Seattle got a lot of time here and had rotation to P2, and it looks like they're going to try to do the same thing here as they flood through tunnel. They managed to find the crack in the armor, and now it's going to be all of the Xylix turns and burns onto Anita, manages to find the kill there, and the spawns have flipped once again.
And now, I mean, if you are OGT, you got to try to find these kills in and around the hill, clear that out, and then make your team push through to next. But I mean, this has got to be pretty frustrating for them, is just not able to really hold on to those rotations. They're going to get the last 10 seconds or so on the hill, but Xylix from the top going to take one down. Ageless going to get traded out, and now the reinforcements here trying to get through for OGT. A nice little read there from Chava, and it is the setup once again for Seattle, really trying to lock this down, trying to put a nice little lead on this match, but just like that, finding 2 in the feed is OGT. Make it 3. Last player on point, Brown, trying to just play his life for as long as he possibly can. Finds one, but taken down. And another break in this Mercado. This has been absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's back and forth, back and forth. Drace finds 2, and that could be the dagger. They hold on to this time. They're sure in a good position to win, as even Old Guys Texas cannot win off of a full 60 hill. And Chava and Drace, 3 on their own. Streaks might be a potential factor here if Chava can find 2 more. Does get taken down, though. 20 seconds of scrap, going to go to Seattle Sloths. Texas going to rotate to P3, and that's going to have to be their hold for them. Seattle Sloths going to be sitting around 230, just under, as they head into this, and it's going to have to be 2 back-to-back holds for Texas.
Good start, finding the kills. Arthur Morgan, you got to stay down. Do not want to give yourself up there, but you do have the rotation right now. You have a nice setup here if you are OGT. Murph just trying to stop Crown from really doing anything. Another team kill count. That's 4 on the map thus far between the 2 teams. Drace finds 1, looking to make this break as Seattle trying to surround this hill, but cannot get close at the moment. Drace, though, with 2 in the feed, breaking the hill all by himself, and now Seattle in control to try to close this one out. Try to hold this one down. OGT need a break. Murph starting off with a kill, but he's taken down. Xylix as well finding the kill. OGT need to find an opening here at some point. They need to be able to get in. Trying to get in his Ageless, but Drace takes him down. Is anybody on OGT there to get back in this hill? Drace with 5 in a row, taking over on this hill. Now Murph trying to get in. Drace takes him down as well. And Seattle Sloths take the Mercado hardpoint.
Yeah, and I mean, that was a bang out of a Mercado, very close all the way until the end. And I think what really sealed the deal was that re-break from Seattle Sloths. They did a great job, even after getting broken on that P2. They stay composed. They make sure that they get
map too, and it is going to be again on the offensive side. Florida.
Oh my God!
We are having a. I mean, the teams were just sitting around for a while now. An absolute bang out here on this search and destroy, and just like that, it's Silex last alive as she will look to potentially make a play here, but probably wasn't anticipating all of her teammates to fall around her that quickly. Obviously, no dead silence at this point as well, so a very tough situation for her.
Yeah, no death silence here. More than likely a death sentence. As she's gonna be making a lot of noise moving throughout the map. A couple of her teammates making some ambitious challenges to say the least. I think that challenge from players to Xbox was quite ambitious to say the least, but does manage to find the first. 1 versus 2, 30 seconds, and the sound cue should come in. And finally, the dead silence popped. This is winnable now.
She's gonna take this ladder too and find this kill. This is definitely winnable. Is the timing there for her? It is. No, it's not! The kill coming in. I believe that was Murph. And OGT take the round. Oh, a situation there that, again, it became very doable, but Murph just barely backing up in time to even see her come up the ladder, finds the kill. And OGT do close out that round 1.
You know, and it's crazy to me that we still have people saying that the sub is the God gun.
You know, Zenny, I couldn't agree more. I could not
And
agree
just so we're clear, no bias here. I'm an AR player. The AR is 100% better than the Vaz. And I think we just saw right there why. But nevertheless, it'll be old guys on the attack now as they're going to bang out this B side. Shots coming in from the cross by Chava. Bomb already being laid down. Gunfight happening across from AC to top MB. Murph and Crown shooting back and forth. 4v4 retake down effect.
And pretty fast setup there from Seattle, allowing OGT to get that bomb down quickly, but the retake is true here for the side of Seattle. Now Murph less alive with sniper in hand. Does have that sight on bomb. I mean, this would be a crazy clutch right now. Now that the fuse is coming in as well. Chava with the kill. Nothing happening there, and it is going to be the round to Seattle. So, I mean, really not too much pressure. I mean, they had one player up on top AC playing a little bit more passive, but they really don't care. They have a player go through mid-map, find the kills, and the passive setup worked out rather well for them. We have a tied map at 1-1.
Yeah, I think that was just a little bit aggressive out of OGT. I mean, once your guy gets across, I mean, obviously you want 2 to cross just so that in case he dies, you have the trade there. But I mean, once that bomb is, 3/4 of the way down, 2 people in Embassy just need to play their life and just hope that their subs manage to find one, get inside orange, play ratty, do whatever they can. And right now, I think that's the theme of our matchup here. Challenges that we maybe shouldn't be taking from both teams, not just exclusively one or the other, but Murph. He says, I don't care. I'm taking these ego chows top Embassy, top AC, and he manages to find one to make it count.
Crown now cannot get the timing on Anita. And now the life advantage once again in OGT. Watch Arthur Morgan here through the back. Has Deddy gonna pop it now, and really, if Crown doesn't turn around here, should have a free one, but this timing might not work out for him. It will not. Crown picking up that kill on the flank. Evens up the numbers at 3v3 right now, though. Seattle kind of stuck in Embassy. Don't know what they want to do here. They're going to try to move out through this top side of the map, but you have to clear top AC. With Murph up there, who's been flying so far, finding the kill on the Drace. The player on bomb does get through. That's going to be Xylix trying to find this way through the ladder. I don't think she has Deddy, though, and he knows this. It's going to be a tough situation now for Seattle. Bomb down as well.
Yeah, bomb down. 6 has the cross all the way to bomb site from this middle. I mean, old guys Texas have all the info. They have all of the map control. In Seattle, I mean, they've got nothing. They have not a single shred of information. They have no clue where these players are. They have no map control. They have to go back for the bomb, and they have no time. Crown going to cross. I'm not even sure if he can get to plan time. He's going to have to hop it and stick it. Xylees gets some shots in, but the pinch is through from Ageless. He manages to find 2. And old guys Texas play clean, patient COD.
I mean, I think that kill there from Crown on the flanking Arthur Morgan there is really what gives them, a chance, but it just in the end just not enough, and
just tunneled.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, right? Like,
Mhm.
you know that that player's up there in top AC, and without Deddy climbing that ladder is a little
Yeah.
tough in this game,
Yeah,
so
Alex wanted to make the play, but like you said, I mean, no dead silence there. It is truly a death sentence. I mean, we saw Murph literally just backed up, iron sights on it the whole time.
now OGT back on the attacking side. Maybe a little bit of an A play here. Chava not getting any information on the cross. Drace is in trouble. Chava might be in trouble as well. That is
Mhm.
not a good stun. Does get out, though, with his
Yep.
life, so consolation there, but you know this play is going to most likely come over toward A. Having said that, though, OGT playing pretty slow. Murph does get the read on Crown coming through the back. He's in trouble. Crown does find
Oh.
one, though, and now Murph trying to chow out. He might be in trouble. No, he does find the kill on to Crown, but where does this bomb go now? Does this bomb go back over to B? I mean, OGT, a lot of hesitation right now.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that is a bit of a misplay by Crown. Sure, he gets the one, but maybe playing a little more patient, relaying that info to see to his teammates that they are not working towards B. But now him dying gives old guys all of the map control over towards that B zone. And Seattle, I mean, they're none of the wiser. They are still sticking it over by A. Bomb surely going to go down here at this B zone, but not before Murph can find Chava, leaving Xylix in a familiar position 1 versus 3.
Bomb goes down as well, and does find one in orange. Gonna try to play her life, but you see player number 8 in a Murph. I mean, he
I
is
mean,
gonna be in a tough position, especially with her having the sub as well.
mhm.
She's gonna have to try to make a reach with the top AC, which is not gonna be easy. You have the player kind of playing toward. Ooh, actually, she might get timing here as Murph decides to climb the ladder, but not able to find
Oh,
anything with the turn. And Murph now trying to stay up. 1v1 now, 14 seconds on the clock, and just playing the slow. Xylix now has to make a play toward the bomb. The kill
mhm.
coming in. Nicely played there from Murph, and OGT find another round.
Yes, Alex almost makes it happen. She finds the first crazy kill onto the second, but Murph, I mean, he gets all the information, sees her top AC, just decides, you know what, I don't need to snake, I could just lay down. I'll have to expect an overchow, and I can just check bomb whenever. And Old Guys Texas, I mean, they look strong thus far. Got, a little bit iffy on one of the rounds, got taken down, but nevertheless, I mean, they have found their stride here. And Murph, 8-1, working on one more to find the cruise.
That's what I was gonna mention. I mean, I think if you're Seattle, if you shut him down, there has not been much production from the other three players, but that's easier said than done. Arthur Morgan
Mhm.
finding his first on the map and giving OGT that life advantage once again as Crown goes down, and now Seattle playing pretty slow toward this embassy side. Just trying to really find a pick at this point. The distraction coming in. Aegis though picking it up. 2v4 situation. Chava, top paper, going to try to get out with his life. Drace, though, flanked, and now it's going to leave Chava in a 1v4. Bomb down, and a couple OGT players maybe know where he's at, so they're going to try to make the play together to take him out in top embassy. Might end up not working out for them as shots coming in from Chava. Finds one, does get traded, though. OGT find another round.
Yeah, I think Old Guys Texas, I mean, they're just playing so well together. They have each other's trays. They're always in position for each other. They're running even in a 1v4, they're running together towards the last player. So they clearly know what they want to do. And I think Seattle, they look a lot different from when we saw them on map number 1. Map number 1, on their re-breaks, they would chow together. They would hit from the same side. They would, try to collapse on the timing. This time they seem stagnant. I mean, I think honestly there, we saw 4 different individual plays. I think in the first blood, Arthur Morgan finds one from P2, and the player inside of P2 stairs doesn't even bother to chow out. Like, you just have to go for that kind of trade there and not make single plays later in the round. But nevertheless, it'll be OGT on the offensive side here. And I mean, another solo play we see from Xylix. Chava finds one. Xylix surely to find the second, and she will. Shuts down the streak, and this should be a Seattle Sloths round.
I like that play though, because you kind of
Mm-hmm.
mentioned about the hesitation, and I thought that maybe Seattle was starting to kind of play in a shell of itself. Like it felt like they were, kind of in so many man disadvantages where they were playing
Yeah.
not to make a mistake, and I think that even hurt them a little bit more. But you see
Yeah.
Xylix there getting aggressive toward top embassy, making the play now.
Ooh.
Drace, the sniper, going to get the hair. Xylix once again with the kill, 1v4 situation. Anita last up. Gonna try to make something happen, but I mean, this would be a rather impossible situation. Does
Mm-hmm.
grab bomb, has Daddy, but you really want to use it at this point. We will have to see as now the information. Granted, Xylex to the chow.
Mhm.
Nita does take her down, though. 1v3, 20 seconds left, and now going to try to rotate this bomb over. Crown, though, finds across, and now just basically toying with their food at
Yeah.
this point. He takes them down. Seattle, get on the board.
Yeah, it was a tall order for Anita. Tried to serve it up, but could not, unfortunately. And Seattle take a great round off of the back of Chava and Xylex. They make good plays there. They managed to find the picks that they need to. And I don't mind getting aggressive in the early round, like that. It's a play. If you lose it, you lose it, especially when OGT didn't exactly have all the map control yet, but at a certain point, when you're just giving them all of that space to work with, you have to take a challenge and you have to take it together. And that's where I think the Seattle team is really going to have to show up. I'm assuming Old Guys Texas are going to go back to what they've been doing on these defenses. We need to see something different here from Seattle.
I think, again, their problem really on Seattle has been Murph on top AC. Have not had an answer for him, and are going to try to take this initiative to get the bomb down quickly. Crown finding the first blood as well, so Seattle will have the life advantage here in the swing round. As not sure that that's supposed to happen, but Xylex does eventually drop that bomb, find the kill on Murph in the back, using that dead silence once again to her advantage. Nita does find one, but Xylex with the kill on the Aegis, less alive now. And with the sniper up top, taking down Seattle with a strong bounce back there. And was that Xylex at the end as well? Yes, it was. Finding one and then finding the second up top. Yeah, that is a nice little play right there from Xylex.
Yeah, that's kind of gross there. I mean, if he has an AR up there, then maybe he gets that kill. But even still, I mean, that is a disgusting shot out of Xylex there, and that's going to help bring Seattle back from down 4-1. Now we're 3-4, and this is the true swing round. 4-4 looks a little bit different than 5-3. Still not insurmountable should Old Guys Texas take this round, and it looks like they are all out towards B zone. 3 fly across. Murphy going to be playing top as he likes to, but Crown shuts that down immediately. Bomb's going to go down, and they have no embassy control.
And now Crown finds one before getting taken out, but they know that Anita is going to be here. As you said, they'll bomb down, so 2v3 retake situation here. For Seattle, Xylex with the kill, and that's going to leave Anita left in a 1v3. No Deddy as well. But, I mean, they have to find him. They do get the stun on, so they know he's here, but they got to move. I mean, they have to make a play here quickly. Xylex trying to get through. Maybe some bad timing there from Anita. 15 seconds left. You have to find this kill. He goes down for the chow. They finally do find it. Now got to get that defuse in.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if they got to wait a second. Did they not get this? They got it. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
We had a little bit of a miscommunication there. Seattle barely take that round.
I mean, if that defuse doesn't go off, we see that on top 10 fails all the time. I mean, that was close. Way too close. Should not have been that close.
I felt like they took so much time to try to find that kill, too.
And I also feel like someone's just got to hop earlier, man. 3 versus 1, you're all stacked on site. You know where they're at. You just got to hop it, man. Hope that your teammates cover you. But you know what? That's in the past. They got the round win. That's what matters. And now 4-4. Here's the swing round. Information of 2 players known. Arthur taking shots on the Chava. Barely staying alive. Here comes the Chow from Grace. Gets gunned down, but the trade is there. Murph with a crazy nade onto the palm tree. 2 versus 3 now for Seattle.
Yeah, and I felt like for Seattle, what has been working for them the last couple of rounds has been the little bit more of aggressive play. They go a little bit more passive there, and now Xylex, with that door opening, knows that there's going to be a player on that side. There is a chance here to get this plant down A, so a chance here for Seattle. Ageless, though. Can he find the timing? Now waiting for the reinforcements on the other side of the map. It is going to allow this bomb to go down. So now retake has to come in here for OGT. Not, definitely a spot Seattle can clutch up. Crown trying to get some shots and information granted.
Oh, what a good read by Anita, and Ageless has played this perfectly, played his life to the fullest extent, and manages to find the last kill on the Crown. A great play by Ageless there, waited for his teammates in position, made some noise, made, one player not be able to support the other on the side of Seattle. And they're going to wait for their dead silence to run out to regain before they get this defuse. Not going to quite wait as long as Seattle did. They're going to get this defuse at 8.9, but that is going to be a massive round for Old Guys as they head into this next round where they can take it here.
Yeah, they can, and I think Seattle, let's see what the setup here is defensively, but, I don't know what the situation is with dead silence. I know Xylix is. It felt like she's had it basically every round. I
Every
don't know
round.
again, but that would be your playmaker here in this map. Currently sitting at 9-6, but it is going to be OGT trying to close this one out. You are seeing two Seattle players going toward that bottom embassy side, so maybe another play here for Xylix to try to get in the embassy. Meanwhile, on AC, it is going to be Crown trying to get some shots in. Drace from the middle of the map going to get cut down. It's going to be a life advantage here for OGT. The trade not coming in. Crown trying to get some shots off. Again, just watch Xylix in this embassy area. Can she find timing on anybody? Your teammates have to stay up. The Crown somehow gets out with his life. 4v3 advantage right now for OGT.
Yeah, and Xylix, I mean, just stay where you are. You have all the information. Your two teammates can just hold this B cross with impunity. If you just stay exactly where you are, you just sound toward this A cross. Looks like now she is going to be making a play. Those shots continue to go back and forth from players, but Murph manages to find the kill. A bit of an overchild there from Crown. Xylix with the dead silence tries to make the play. Sees one, takes the shots, not going to be able to. Oh, finally gets it with the hip fire, and that could be massive. That could give them the chance. 2 versus 2 on site, but it looks like Old Guys Texas, they're going to wrap through the middle of the map, and Xylix could be in the position to stop the play. Chava manages to find one. What is Old Guys Texas doing here?
And I don't know if she hears these players. Xylix does get taken down, though. Ageless with that Deddy finds the kill, and now where do we go from here? Nita could thought about rewrapping that for a second. You got to get this bomb down, though, and they will. So now it is going to be Chava in a 1v2 retake to keep this map alive. Needs to find it here. And with that AR, just trying to find any players over Chowling, but OGT smartly not giving him anything.
Yeah,
that Deddy is going to be popped.
This is so hard for an AR. I mean, look at the close range that they are playing. As Anita turn, Burns get the snakes in, manages to find the shots. And Old Guys Texas, almost a bit of a comeback there for Seattle, but they're going to give it up 1-1.
Of course, the stats that I researched before this mean absolutely nothing. You'd think that Seattle would take this map and not map 1 or Trio come out when it is just that B side. So I mean, it even makes it harder for those impact plays to happen. Not saying that it can't, but it just, on this map, it does seem harder at times. But we are hopping right into this control here. It is going to be OGT starting on the attacking side and looking to push up through mid-map here and find these kills. It's going to be a pinstripe kill feed starting off, but Seattle coming out on top of the trades. Anita going to be the last up here for OGT. Spawn's coming into the B side here for OGT, so maybe going to try to make a play toward that, but Seattle are pretty wise to it.
Yeah, Chava pushed up a little bit on the right side of the map, or the underside of our mini map, and spawned OGT over towards the green building. And has kind of allowed them to get a bit of a small push here, especially as they find two Aegis and Murph combining. And that's going to be the B side of the map, basically clear for Old Guys Texas. Now it's going to be the hop onto the point, or maybe Aegis, he might push through to Hilltop here, try to get some spawn kills, as it looks like Old Guys just going for map control.
Oh. Yeah, interesting play there. I mean, they had the numbers. They actually opted to go A. But, I mean, now Anita finding these kills on point, and maybe a situation where they just weren't sure those players are. We're trying to clear spots and then decided to go A, but a little bit of an odd play there. First tick going through on this A zone as now the reinforcements coming in for OGT, and without any kills coming in for Seattle, as they said, those iLeaks with a few kills, the knife coming in as well, but you would think that should maybe put a stamp on the A, maybe one more push at this. If you are Seattle, the contest coming in from Crown, he's quickly taken down. And it is worth noting that Anita, already 6-0, has that cruise in the back pocket, which on the map like this can be so impactful. But that A zone is captured, and it is going to be OGT with a life advantage as well. Now playing a little bit of ring around the rosy here. Xylix and Arthur Morgan. Xylix finds the kill. But now the setup here for Seattle, trying to defend this B point.
Yeah, and Old Guys are kind of positioned in a weird spot here where they're blocking that deep left spawn, and they're kind of spawning them on top of B. So Seattle gonna have easy access to the reinforcements here as they just continue to spawn deep hill. And Murph, he really needs to get out of this position, try to move to maybe top grill or AC if he can, in order to start spawning Seattle on the other side. But in the meantime, his teammates need to work through their own spawn and find these kills. Arthur Morgan doing just that, manages to find the first. And Morph with a kill. The EQ cheese maybe a little bit showing out there as Drace gets turned around on. And but they're still all spawning on the B zone, a consequence of Murph's position. But Anita has been lights out in the respawn thus far this series. Manages to find two and is now blocking that B spawn. They should begin to spawn deep A.
And now your chance here for OGT to try to stack this point, get those trophies down as well. And now you know how this map goes, a 3 or 4 down, and it is so hard to get back in. Crown with the wall bangs, though, trying to find the kill. Nothing happening there. You have Anita also push out as well, continuing trying to
Oh
find
my
kills
god!
with the sub. Finds the kill on the Crown. That second tick in. Xylex trying to make a play. Arthur Morgan takes her down, and now can anybody get to the point here? If you are Seattle, the kill's going the way of Chava. He's got to stay up, though. He doesn't. Just touch the point here if you're OGT, and you should have this round. Trying to still block these reinforcements, but only a couple moments remaining for them to get on this time and lock this in. Anita finally getting taken down, and OGT finally capturing that point. They take the round 1 offense.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of both talked about how being a sub on this map is difficult at times. The way that the map is laid out, you know, both of the lanes where the zones are very AR dominant. Obviously, towards A you have top radio, and I mean that B zone is like just a crusher. If you're a sub player, you know you're getting looked at from so many angles. But Anita makes it work. 10-3 through the start. Started off 6-0. Got a cruise missile and basically won OGT that round with her spree, right? With that spree through the beginning, with the spree through the end, and that's going to lead them into this defensive round. And Xylex looking to respond as the sub for Seattle.
There's going to be a hit through mid here for Seattle as well, with eyes set on this A zone, and it is working out for them in their favor. So they'll hop on the zone, stop the time, and now it is going to be OGT trying to group back up and make a push over to this point. Try to really slow them down for as long as they can. Murph does find 2 before he's taken out. Ageless, though, with the support, finds 1, and now 1 more player up in Xylex, trying to just find her wherever she is on this point. They do eventually take her down, and these players here for Seattle still spawning up on that A side with that pressure from Murph in top white, so they're going to continue to spawn over there. That should allow them to lock this point in, you would imagine, unless flank comes in, but now Murph trying to hit through the back spawn, maybe trying to make a play here.
Yeah, he's trying to do a play here, and it actually does manage to work out. Manages to find 2, and great help there from Ageless, Guardian Angel for him. But now, because of the positioning, it looks like Seattle going to spawn towards B, and they are moving. See, Xylex going to be able to find the first pick. Ageless for the kick alley. Never mind, the door breaking open. Bit of too much of a sound cue to feel comfortable pushing. Goes for the delayed push. It gets shot at by 2. Anita through top pool. Here comes the pinch once again onto the zone. It's Murph once more. Finds the first. Ageless with the second. The kills continue to fly through. Xylex gets taken down. And Seattle are staggered.
They get 2 ticks there, though. I think it's a little bit of a misplay from OGT. I mean, you know, once you get that 3 or 4 down on the A zone, you know the positioning of your teammate. You know they're going to spawn white, and they kind of took their time getting over there. It does allow 2 ticks to go through. They do clean it up in the end, but there's 1 tick needed on each zone here for the Seattle side. Down 2 in the life count. And again, they will try their hand at capturing this A zone once again. Anita going to get turned on by Crown, and that A point goes in. So now what is the setup here for OGT? Because now you're really in a position where a 3 down is just absolutely, you know, crucial here for the side of Seattle. But right now the kill is going their way, and it looks like OGT are going to try to get some map pressure here as well.
All right, players, when you watch the VOD back, this is a play that both of you have done now, both teams. You do not want to push up the A side when you're trying to capture B. It's just going to spawn the other team on the B side. All right, it makes your job a lot easier when you just try to focus on pushing through that side or trying to hit fast. If you want to wrap through there, by all means, go for it. But trying to, you know, kind of find that spawn trap there is just not going to work when you're trying to capture B. But it looks like Seattle, they are gearing up for a heavy push. Taking my advice, perhaps, is they're going all the way through mid. Xylex finding the first kill, opening the map up. Here comes the cruise missile preemptive from Anita. And that's going to trap all the players inside of tools. The streak comes in, not going to be able to find anyone. And this 3-stack should do it.
I mean, yeah, this is what happens. You know, 3 down, and that's going to be it. Seattle locks it in, so you basically, you know, for lack of a better word, you waste that cruise, and now, you know, you tie this up. But I just think that was the issue in that round for OGT. Just not, like, I just think they played a little bit too slow when you know where the other team's going to spawn, basically. And it allowed them to get the 2 ticks, and then it comes back to bite you in the end when you do have those 3 downs. So Seattle take the offense, and now 1-1. I mean, back and forth so far, but it's really been the offense that's reigned supreme.
Yeah, I mean, it has been the offense thus far. I think OGT, like you said, you called out in the round, a little bit of a misplay there, committing to, too much to A and letting them get 2 ticks on B is a little bit of a misstep there, and I think that they could rectify that come next defense, but right now they need to take this offense and Drace. I mean, this guy is on the pinch, but doesn't need to be there. Crown finds 2, the collateral for him. Arthur Morgan manages to find the kill, though, onto Drace. And that's going to be the A site basically covered right now. All the info, all the map coverage for OGT. It's really going to be the flank that they have to worry about. And it looks like Anita on the wrap there. Xylex challenging and managed to find a ridiculous, ludicrous kill onto Arthur Morgan there and D-tick this A zone and has the information on that player top radio.
And now you're spawning kind of all over the place and a little bit staggered here if you are on the side of OGT. So you got to kind of regroup here, get your numbers, and make a play toward a site. It isn't be Ageless going to try to go to B by himself. He's taken down Anita, being a problem once again here for Seattle in the back and trying to continue to find these kills and doing a really good job at it. This is also going to allow the team to push up and get that pressure on the A. So once again, just impactful plays from Anita on the map, making it easier for their teammates. And now Seattle, can they retake this point? It is going to start off well. 2 kills going their way. Trying to find more Ageless, though, and Anita combined for 3, and that should be the A point gone. You would imagine with Drace from the backside, finds 1, but Anita, guess what? They got another cruise.
Yeah, and honestly, at that point, like, it doesn't matter that you wasted the first one, you got a second one in the back pocket. So honestly, all's well that ends well. But it looks like Seattle, they're not comfortable with that. They're trying to re-break onto this B zone, but Murph, Child's out manages to find 2. The trades are in, 1 versus 1 on the hill. Anita versus Drace. Oh my gosh, if that kill went through. Drace has the lifeline, saved it, and we must have missed this, has a cruise of his own. Could be massive here in the remaining round.
Yeah, man, that's, again, on a map like this, it could be big. 2 kills already got in the way of OGT. You have to be careful here if you are Seattle. Drace getting taken down as well. Gonna leave Chava by himself. If he gets taken down here, this starts to get a little bit tough as the kills coming in, buying enough time for his teammates as well. That's a great play there from Chava. Murph gonna try to be a problem of his own. It's taken down, though, but once again, Anita, we've said this name time and time again, making the plays, gets that second tick as well. And now eventually should get taken down, you'd think, but Xylex not able to find the kill. The kill's continuing to go the way of OGT. They're just trying to find an opening here. The crew's coming in, not finding anybody. Xylex finding 1 on the point. Can she find any more? No, she can't. Arthur Morgan on the time, and now just got to stack this, and this should be another offensive round, and it is. OGT finding an offensive round, 3 rounds all won by the offense.
Yeah, so right now this is offensive side to say the least. So if you're Seattle here, you might consider trying to win this round by kills, right? You don't want to tie ticks so you can get offense round 5. Maybe a little bit of mind games there. Maybe don't need to dive too much into that. But Seattle going to have to respond, and Anita has the cruise missile, the get out of jail free card. Maybe just pop it a little bit later on in the in this segment of capture for her and be able to find this kill. But here comes the A push from Seattle. Arthur Morgan going to open us up with the first blood, and the push is stagnated.
And but Drace did use that cruise as well, so they don't have that on the Seattle side, which makes it a little bit tough and pretty slow around right now for Seattle. Just trying to find these picks on the A side. Murph finds 1, surely should get taken down from top tower. You'd think, no, the help is there. Anita with the stub doesn't care, just going to chow top tower and take the player down. But now this is another spot once again, and this time they're playing a little bit faster. OGT reading these spawns over toward B. Ageless finds 1. Going to continue to make the play with the knife on Xylex, and this is a great play here from OGT. They're just shutting this down, and now the spawn trap potentially coming in if you find these kills. Seattle needs to find some kills quickly to get out of this, and they do have an escape route onto the A side, but you have to find Anita. Problems, just causing problems time and time again. Now trying from the backside, finds the kill on the crown, tries to get out with their life, but Drace does take Anita down, and Seattle, can they finally get a hold of the Z zone?
Arthur trying to do his best, finds the first, but 3 players are stacked up on it, manages to find the second on the crown. Reinforcements coming in, Murph and Anita from the side. They are. They going to break on in. Drace continues the dream. Murph chows in from the top, manages to find it from the top ropes. 2 Tigments on A. You have to go for this. You need this extra minute. 26 seconds not going to be enough to work with if you are Seattle. And they've made their way towards B, but guess who's there? It's Anita, the walking montage in this map. 2.0 KD thus far. And got some great godlike timing. Xylix turns around, not going to be able to find the kill, but the gunfight still happening over towards A. Arthur Morgan finds 2. Chava on the trade has to lay down, manages to barely get the A zone captured. But they still have that cruise missile. Up 10 lives almost.
Yeah, that's the issue right now, right? Because you only have 13 lives left as you're Seattle, so you have to start to go on a streak of where you're just finding kills, and that is a infuriating play right now there. If your crown gets taken down, Anita, why not call in the crews, get the information, maybe find some kills, and they find anything? No, the trophy once again been a problem, but if you're Seattle, you're fighting an uphill battle just because of the life advantage right now. That is on the side of OGT and Ageless. It's literally in the spawn of Seattle. My goodness, this should be an OGT victory. You would think Seattle cannot buy a kill right now, and OGT is on cruise control.
Yeah, Ageless is just running a victory lap in their spawn. Anita's got a 2.0 KD. They have locked this down. Chava trying to begin the remnants of a last push. This is still possible for Seattle. This is still possible. 4 lives left. They all stack. They can get this done. 2 players off respawn, though. They're spawning back hill. Not a great timing. Drace still finding the kills, but Ageless. Oh, Ageless. He has been playing this lurk role so well. Is he going to be able to find the first? Managed to find 1. Crown and Drace going to hop onto this point. And here it can be. Drace finds 1. Will the kills come through? This is possible. This is doable. Anita, though, finds 1. Is she going to be able to find the second? She will be able to. And Chava, last one. Oh!
Oh my
Flip
goodness!
it and ship it!
I mean, that is a way to close out a map. Are you kidding me? A 32 and 16, a 2.0 KD, and the turn and burn on the chop side as well, as they got the spawn, the P3 spawn, so they are going to try to have to make an attempt to flip as well as contest this P1 time, but we are underway in this Hydro as Chava starting off with 2, make it 3. And that is a nice start here. Is already trying to make a play to flip these spawns. And this should allow some opening time here for Seattle if they want a Chava. Holy moly. Coming out absolutely frying, looking for more. Eventually does get taken down. And eventually Seattle will also get on this P1 time. But a nice start for them. They just have to find a way to break this P2 setup.
Yeah, and like we said, sticking spawns. I mean, 3 kills, 6 kills have came through for Seattle now. Not a single flip in sight, but as the moment I say it, that's the caster curse right there. They stop blocking the spawn. 3 gets a god spawn, and there's the flip right there. Seattle, once again, holding on to these rotations like they did in map 1.
Tough situation there from OGT. As I mean, they had control for so long, but at the worst time, they do give it up, and now gonna have to find a break. If you're at Seattle, gotta get on this time, which they eventually do, but can OGT find a break? You're seeing a water rat here from Ageless. Do they read this? As Seattle, it just does find 1, looking for more, but has to play his life as he's on 50 HP. Spot Chava in the back, though. Gonna find another one, causing problems on this point. Does get taken down, though, and Seattle will remain on the time and Crown in a power position here, finding another kill for Seattle.
Yeah, this is a good play by Crown. Instead of like backing up to try to help the point, he just plays the cross. He knows that the parallel is there, and that's a massive play. And OGT are still kind of overcommitting to this fight. I mean, it's 15 seconds, guys. Go to the next hill. Seattle has just gone to the rotation. Sure, they get their 10. Congratulations, you're on the board. But this is a serious spot where if they find 6 in the back, they lock down this P3, we could seriously be seeing a 120 to 10 scoreline.
As Ageless basically walking on the Drace. You got to find this kill in the back if you are Seattle, but right now still getting those preferred spawns. You'd think as these kills go down, it is going to eventually flip, and the kills aren't done. OGT Drace, we've all been there. Stop shooting. Look at these spawns coming in, is spawning way out as OGT, so they get the much needed break, and we'll be getting much needed time as well. I mean, all things considered, it's really a win for them because, as you said, I mean, with 15 seconds left, they're going through the back of P2, which flips their spawn. They could be in a much worse position here, but I mean, it's not too bad at the moment. Now 20 seconds left. The rotation going to come in for Seattle. So once again, we're seeing a lot of what we've seen on the Mercado. Seattle winning the rotations, OGT having to break over and over again.
Yeah, but I mean, already thus far, we can see how the scoreline has differed from map number 1. I mean, through the first 3, I believe it was actually OGT that had about a 30-point lead going into P4. But now it's kind of, a flip script. Seattle have gotten the lead thus far, but I don't know if 8 just spawned there. I don't know what just happened. He just came into the field of view, and despite the fact that Crown was all the way in the back, it seems that OGT have won this rotation.
Yeah, I mean, a couple gunfights go down, and it really allows them to have a free rotation. You had one player in the back for Seattle, but once they're taken down, it is OGT, and after a shaky start, they do go up. Yeah, I mean...
Oh, they're not blocking.
Chaos around the hill, Chava finding the kills, and 24 seconds on the clock. I think if you're Seattle at this point, you really don't want the flip to happen. Just try to keep them off this time, contest it as much as you can, set up for P5. A couple of missed opportunities for both teams. Like, there was definitely spots where teams could really pull away, but not able to do it. And after the first 4 hills, we basically have a tied game going in the P5.
And once again, story of our hard points tonight here, Teach. Seattle has the rotation once more, but Murph getting a nice little jump spot there. Arthur Morgan going to find the last remaining player over towards gold. Brown gets shot out. That should secure a decent flip here, or at least a parallel, indeed, for these two teams. But Drace, Xylix holding on to the hill. Arthur Morgan, the chow. A pinch comes in. Anita manages to find one. Weaken up Drace. 1 HP, 2 HP for Xylix. But time still going the way of Seattle. Ageless taken down. And now OGT spawning in the deep back. It might be a split here if the spawns continue.
Just one of the mixture hills we have on this game. Trying to find a way in as OGT. But Seattle, I mean, all things considered, have done a pretty good job of holding this down. Murph, though, finding 2 with that AR, and that should give them the last 15 seconds or so on this one. Now the setup coming in for next, which Seattle is already trying to put an emphasis on getting those P2 spawns and have some position for P1 as well. But important gunfights coming in, these rotational gunfights that are so important. In the map is Crown trying to play his life on this bridge heady. I mean, important gunfights. If you're Seattle, you have to find player number 5 in Ageless and take him down. But meanwhile, on the P1 point, Seattle for the time is trying to get this P1 time, but they are killed out. OGT now have some pressure over P1.
Yeah, and Chava, nice gunfight win that is. And this P1 time continues to go the way of Seattle. And this is a nice little angle. I don't think that's a stair glitch just by the way that it looks. But that's a nice little cheeky angle there from Chava. And here we go. 5 in the back. Ageless, you said we got to find him, and we have not yet. Crown looking for him in the back. Ageless going to take this gunfight or just wait for his teammates. It's going to be a battle for this P2 rotation. No one necessarily has it just yet. Seattle with more support in the back. Ageless goes in for the gunfight. Manages to find one. Does not manage to find the second. Seattle should secure this rotation.
You would. I'm not coming in there. This is actually going to be a tough situation here for Seattle. Drace, you have to stay up on this point. He does not. He's going to get taken down. And if you're OGT, you got to think that there's still going to be a player in the back that you have to find. Ageless doing the work to try to find him, and I think he hurt him as well. It does get taken down, though, so a mixy P2 at the moment. Seattle, though, get in, and OGT just cannot find the kills when they need them the most. Now have to find a break here on this P2, because Seattle, with the next 30 seconds, could really have a nice lead going into P3, but now the kills coming in for OGT as they look to get a break.
Parallels, all of the spawns, and they just continue to flip back and forth. Chava tries to make a play towards Old, but that's actually Crown with the trophy. Manages to find that kill. Delays about 5 seconds of scrap time there. And once again, Old Guys Texas late to the rotation, but look who it is. It's Murph. This is the guy that did it last time on their P3, and so Seattle looking to make this hold. Bit of a Hixie play here as he wraps around the back, but the timing that Drace gets is so huge, but nevertheless, Anita, Ageless, they are beginning to collapse onto this hill. The nades continue to fly out. Chava manages to find one. The flip comes through. Xylix, though, 2 versus 4 inside the hill by Chava and Xylix.
I mean, they're holding this down for the circumstances right now, and OGT, you have the spawns. You have to find a way in eventually. They finally do, but now the kill's going the way of Seattle, and they continue to find them. I do think OGT does flip out here, which at this point, you kind of won.
No.
Now getting split spawns, it is chaos here on Hydro, and it's been this way the whole map. But I mean, you're seeing the
Oh my
spawns come
god.
out. What
Where
is
did the
happening?
spawns?
What is
What just
happening?
happened?
I just lost composure. I mean, what is happening with these players? Crown, he's got a lot of work to do now as Arthur Morgan and the rest of OGT are on their way on the rotation. He should eventually get taken down, just trying to wait for his teammate support. Through all this, it is Seattle with a almost 60-point lead.
Alright, so we should get parallels here, I would imagine. Nope, they're spawning P2. Okay, that was the most insane set of spawns I'd ever seen. One player was Dome, yet player spawned P2, and then another player spawned God Rock. I don't understand. Now Seven's in the back trying to make a play for OGT. That's going to be Anita. Manages to find one, manages to find the second. Zyleek's on the hill. She gets some shots into the God Rock. The trades are back and forth. We got a pinstripe kill feed with the killing spree. 5 in a row for Anita, finally beating to pop off. And that's a huge 20 seconds, but still does not get you back in the game. Still going to be about a 30-point lead for Seattle Sloths, and they held this P5 down last rotation.
Yeah, you need the production from Anita, as we've seen so far in this series. Maybe a chance now to start to pop off, and Seattle, once again, as we said time and time again, winning the rotation battle over toward New. Obviously, a little bit of a tougher hill to hold with some of the spawns, but they did a decent job last time and have the spread on the map this time around. It is going to be, once again, OGT going through this riverside, trying to find these kills, trying to get the spawns in their favor. Right now, though, Seattle doing a pretty good job around the hill of getting these kills, and it's spawning OGT very far away. Anita has to go big. They get taken down by Drake. The first 20 seconds going the way of Seattle and more, as Seattle getting a big hill here on P5.
Cannot win it here. We will see at least a P1, which means there is some wiggle room here for old guys if they manage to string something along. But I mean, this kill feed has just been blue. The Sloths are picking up everything. They want to send us to a map number 5. It's what the people deserve, and that's what the people will get if Seattle continues to play this way. Teammates shooting each other, but Anita managed to clean up the old scrap time. P1 and P2 rotation pretty secure right now for Seattle, but this is winnable for old guys. It's not like we haven't seen it before. And here comes the beginning of P1.
Seattle is like hard blocking this. Too.
Yes.
Like they do not want to give these up because they've seen it time and time again where they've got slipped out or just pressure at the last second. But if you find these kills, you can really put OGT in a tough spot if you can get on this hill. Really just trying to find the kills right now for the time being. Dre's finding one, actually not finding any, is going to get taken down. But Seattle, you see the emphasis. I mean, they are not giving up the P2 rotation, but
What?
7 spawns behind them. 7 spawns behind them. Anita, do they get taken out? They do. My goodness, what is happening on Hydro? I've seen it all. But you're seeing, I mean, spawns just all over the place at this point. Yeah, and now Chava, I mean,
and he spawns on top of
going
him.
to the deepest part of that. He doesn't want anybody to have a chance to spawn behind him.
It doesn't matter. I mean, even though 2 is all the way in the back, they're still spawning on top of him. P2, Chava manages to find one from the back, and now he's going to have to make a play. I don't think they know he's back here because they're still spawning on P2. There's no way that they know he's back here, but it looks like 7 gonna do the due diligence. Not gonna be able to find it, but at least alerts them. But here comes the pinch. Seattle are doing everything they can to pinch onto this hill, but they managed to find the player in the back. They spawn up. 3 go down for Seattle. That spawn has just gifted them this beautiful angel of a map 4 somehow. But now they still do not win this, and they're not blocking. They're not blocking the spawn, but P4, the spawns are still good for OGT, but if Seattle pushes up, they can spawn out, and they are. They pushed up enough. They're managing to block. 3 is blocking, and I don't think Murphy's going to be able to read this on an 8 streak. Not going to read Zyleek's behind, but we're still getting parallels. However, Seattle can win this hill here. As Zyleek goes up for the child, loses the gunfight. We will be seeing a P3.
And what has been killing Seattle through this P3 is this rotation through River. Will it happen again? OGT looks like they're taking more of a precise approach this time around, giving us the last seconds. Only 11 points away. Our Seattle Sloths need to find these kills, which they're getting at the moment. The block coming in the back as well, but now Ageless through the top side finds one, and that's going to be all the players in the point dead. So now the spawn ups coming in here for Seattle. Ageless just trying to play his life, wait for those reinforcements. Has to find these kills around the hill, but Chava finds 2, and now making a 3rd. Looking for the 4th, but Murph takes him down. It doesn't matter. Seattle Sloths hang on an absolutely bizarre Hydro.
Honestly, the fact that Seattle manages to win that despite all of the spawns is impressive. I mean, some of those spawns, I'll admit,
On the offensive side, and here we go. Map 5, kicking it off. And again, obviously, much of the same going over toward the Bay side. Nades in play here with no trophies in this round 1. And you see the presence. I mean, all those OGT players so close together. Grace watching the
yep.
hop up, and as I said, Anita getting taken down. It's so tough, man. You know, you want to be able to make a play, but there's just some times where it is shut down time and time again. I'm sure they will continue to try to make plays, though. And now Seattle going through these back stairs, trying to find the picks over toward open and closed, just waiting for the angle and maybe a chance to try to get this bomb down if you are Xileaks. But he come in. Arthur Morgan, though, taken down by Crown. Nice read by him, looking for the second player. Nothing there. 4v2 retake, though, needs to come in for OGT.
Yeah, and Drace is pushed up. Certainly gets the sound cue onto Ageless as he runs through bottom art. Gonna go chasing and looking. Murph playing that closed area, but I mean, Seattle are just so spread out. It's gonna be so hard to get these kills. And managed to find time for the defuse. Drace with the trade. 1 versus 3 now for Ageless. I mean, we can call this one done and dusted. And honestly, I think that this map plays more into Seattle's play style than Embassy did, right? We
Yeah.
kind of saw them take that play style that they were using in Embassy and use it here. They kind of held up. They like in Embassy, they sat inside of Embassy. But the problem with doing that is there's so much map control that you lose by just doing that. And there's so many routes that you can get into Embassy for the defensive side team. Not the case here on Fortress. They can hole up. They're basically giving no map control that hasn't already been given to the defensive side, right? The only thing that they have given up is middle map, which they can watch all the push throughs. They can watch P1, they can watch the hop up, and they can watch bottom art. And so it's going to be tough for the defense to make a play here, but it looks like Seattle's doing it, and Xileaks managed to find the kill.
Alex activating, finding the kill. That's what you need if you are Seattle. And now Ageless in a tough spot, a player just to his left. And Drace will try to make a play, but Crown finding the kill on the Arthur Morgan. Ageless, though, with the trade. 3v2 situation, but all this information really being granted here to Seattle. It is going to be Anita, though, slipping the net and finding the kill. So now if you're OGT, do you maybe make a play over toward B? What is the play call here? But you have the cross being watched now by Chava, so another tough situation. It's all going to be about timing here. What team gets the better timing is really going to be who wins this round.
Yeah, it's basically no team has any info. Info's dead after about 15 seconds. They're gone, but the timing I don't think they saw, and Chava managed to win a Luda's first gunfight. I thought for a second after that first kill that Anita had a chance, but Chava's there for the trade. And Seattle Sloths, I mean, we said it was about timing. They get the timings on their side. Chava comes around just in time for the flank and is there for the trade. And Seattle up 2-1, or 2-0 rather.
Yeah, and as you said, I really do agree with you that I think this plays into the way Seattle plays Search and Destroy. At least it feels like it, and kind of based off their record as well. So they will continue to look to get this going. OGT looking for a response. They'll go back on the defensive side, and I'm sure much of the same. Maybe OGT getting a little bit more aggressive this time around. We'll have to see. Drace getting some information on the player in mid-map. I think that was Anita who just decides to flank him. Does not care at all. And now shots coming in here for OGT. Anita from this top sub area cannot find the kill. Crown evens it up, and that's a big kill right there because now OGT kind of have to back up, and both teams, once again, fighting for that positioning.
I'll give Anita their flowers for the series, but that is an ambitious child to take. I will not lie to you. But good news for OGT. They've got a lot of map control. Bad news. None of it's on A. They have essentially just said, you know what? We're not going to let you wrap the B. You can plant A. We will play retake. And it looks like Seattle, they are scared to do that, but it's in good form as Crown manages to find the pick onto Arthur as he overextends a little bit. And Chava with a nice angle there. On top of, I don't even know what he was on top of, but got to see all of the A side. But Murph catches the timing onto the bomb, and Crown's going to have to plant.
Bomb going down. 2v2 situation here. Around that OGT really wants to make sure this Search and Destroy doesn't get out of hand early. Ageless pops that Daddy trying to make a play. Chava gonna chow out on Murph, and he's taken down. Leaves Crown left in a 1v2, and I think does he hear him? I think that Daddy might have ran out here, and
Oh my
Ageless
god!
gonna get hip fired. This is not over. Murph though gonna chase him down, find the kill, and we'll get to the fuse. OGT
The
win a much
Daddy,
needed round. Gotta love that. Gotta love that Daddy hip fire in this
yeah,
game, man.
the Daddy hip fire cheese in full effect there. But honestly, I mean, 1v2, you're not expecting him to win. I think Crown could have played a little deeper there. You know, that back wood stacks, um, gives him a better chance to maybe find two. But it is what it is. Lose a 2v1. No one can really fault you for that. And old guys Texas, like you said, take a round that they very much needed, preventing this S&D from getting out of hand. And I like to see them just try to get this bomb down, play conservative, but maybe we're seeing a B play.
Yeah, let's see if this is able to work out. Arthur, though, finding that first kill on the Drace. Ageless kind of gets through for free here, and I think Seattle is wise of this already. They know that somebody potentially slipped through, Xylix, though, continuing to find kills. 2v2 now. Ageless gonna shut her down, and now a 1v2 situation for Chava. Good news for him is they're coming right for him, but Murph does take him down. OGT, back-to-back rounds.
Yeah, a very solid play. They're just like, we're going to go for the B side. They cross and manage to find one on the cross. Ageless plays his life beautifully in bottom maps. And Murph manages to find the last kill. And I just don't think Seattle was necessarily prepared for that situation if they decide to do that. I think that might be something they have to look at going into future rounds.
Back on the attacking round is the Seattle Sloths, and Murph picking it up the last two rounds, being the catalyst for his team, up to 5-2.
Once again.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, yeah, as you said,
S&D Demon.
he really was the reason they won that map 1, and trying to do that again. Drace finding that opening kill on Ageless, and now trying to make the play as well. Ooh, Arthur Morgan misses that jump up, and it's actually going to help him, because he would have been found out. Seattle with the life advantage, though. Can they take advantage of it? Drace once again finding some time. Arthur Morgan, he's taken out. Headshot multiplier. Gotta love it. 3v3 situation, but Seattle moving to that bomb.
I mean, that's a gross gunfight win out of Arthur, but Anita might overcommit and manage to get away with their life. Info games, 2 players on A. Looks like Murph once again going for the chow off of the bomb. No one's committed to this play yet. Anita, though, does overcommit to the challenge, is going to get taken down. Now Murph forced in a position to make a play. Shots going back and forth. You love the stair cheese. A little bit of aim assist drag there as a Crown going to get taken down. And this is going to be the retake for OGT. Can they do it? And a look at Chava. I mean, he's all the way deep in the back for playing for that intel on site. And this is going to be a splintered push now. Murph waiting in the corner. Going to not take the challenge, but 8 through the back. Is he going to be able to find Chava? I don't think he checks this. There's certainly no way that Freddy is in, but Murph takes the challenge on the back. 15 seconds left. Hits the reload. The reload has to go through. Takes the challenge on the Chava. Chava knows that he can just lay down. Doesn't have to challenge it at all. Goes for the challenge now and manages to win the gunfight. Impressive win for him. Yeah, Seattle Sloths up 3-2.
Hey, one of those plays again, like when you just get killed by somebody in a spot like that, it is definitely tilting, and Chava with a nice angle. Getting that kill on the player at 18 and closing out that round. Seattle back on the board in a back-and-forth search and destroy, as the series really has been a phenomenal series to watch. Both teams fighting desperately to give themselves a chance to get into playoffs here in the Silver East Premade division. And they have been going blow for blow in this one. Now, OGT back on the offensive side. Trophy's down. Xylix again trying to get aggressive, but they know the positioning now, and this gets really scary here for Xylix with the nades and stuns coming in.
Wow.
Great play from OGT. They take her down. Life advantage for OGT.
Might be the best nade usage I've seen in Silver. No offense to Silver, but that was some of the best that I've seen. Great use of the nades there to clear out a player. And now that allows Arthur Morgan the space he needs to move around. Another great nade was going to find the kill. That's 2 of them. Fantastic plays out of OGT as they find the third. Murph might have more than likely get a cleanup crown here on the 4th, but I mean, he's stuck in a 1v4. Aim's going everywhere. Oh, guys, Texas are going to take that one down.
Definitely has the feel of a map that could go the distance, but a nice round there for OGT. Tying this one back up, and I mean, it has kind of been back and forth. It does, feel like the offensive teams have been able to get the positioning this map, and that's kind of allowed them to win rounds. But again, back and forth in this one. Nita was kind of been the player that's been frying outside of last map 4 and 5, but it is Murph again doing it for OGT on the other side. Not really somebody stepping up just quite yet, but still time for that. OGT getting those nades on the back stairs. It's going to force Seattle to retreat, and now going to be Murph trying to get in a position here to make a play. Arthur Morgan with that first kill on the Chava. And you got to like the map positioning here. If you are OGT, just have to account for player 3 and Drace. Do not want him to be able to make a play, but I think they have that covered too. I believe there's a player on statue watching that jump out.
Yeah, everything is covered right now until Arthur Morgan gets pushed back. Got a little bit overshadowed there, but Drace now stuck in a corner, managed to get out of his life, and now I think that's going to be all the info they need. They saw 2 different players over towards B side. They're going to fly on. Little do they know. Murph is playing a little bit of a snaky snake angle, managed to find one, takes up the challenge on the second. A great play out of Murph right there. I mean, once again, this guy is recognized in the S&D category. I mean, I think he's got like a 2.0 on the series for S&D. He finds 3 in the round. I mean, the guy is doing it.
Murph, big round for OGT, and they go up 4-3 and 9-3 on the round. Was that an ace there? I know he got 3. I don't know if that was an ace, but yeah, I mean, just a phenomenal round. Again, just being cruddy, honestly, getting up to that gallows, and they just did not suspect him finding a free 2, and now Seattle, can they respond on the defensive side? Big round coming up here. As OGT can put themselves in a prime position. Now it is going to be Seattle. I was going to say maybe getting aggressive. Ageless trying to lock this down. Chava, though, finding the kill on the Arthur Morgan. Seattle does have the life advantage. Trace, does he get out with his life? He does. So now, Seattle, what can they do with his life advantage?
Seattle has a lot of map control here as well. They've got most of A locked down, and they have the cross to B. The only thing they really don't have is inside of top R, but it looks like Drace is wanting to change that one. He doesn't want that to stay like that for too long. He's going to be able to wrap through. He probably finds Anita here, and indeed he will. Manages to make it a 4 versus 2. And a good play not to chow out those back windows. Because Murph, I mean, this guy is holding it down. Does take a route around once more. Ageless gets taken down. Murph doing everything he can. He's on a 4 streak. If he hold on.
I swear to God.
Hold on.
I mean, if you want anybody in a 1v4, it's this man. And Seattle, I mean, you can see they're kind of a little bit scared of this. Problem for Murph, his bomb is down, and it's down in art. So
and no Deddy.
Deddy as well, but he spots Chava. He finds that kill. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Xyleeks.
Oh my God.
No way. There's just no way. You got to find this kill. You do.
Oh.
Seattle. Whoo!
Woo!
Wipe the sweat off the brow. 4-4.
Yeah, all three of those players go down. They watch Xyleeks holding their breath, and as soon as this kill goes through, I mean, they let out a big sigh of relief. I mean, that would have been disgusting. However, I don't think he was necessarily playing for the 1v4. He was playing for a cruise missile, which he managed to get. He went on a 6 spree and now has a cruise missile in the back pocket. And that might do more to win in this game than that 1v4 did.
Just would love to have a heartbeat monitor on those players at that point. Their heart rate went way up. But now Seattle on the attacking side once again, still really looking for somebody to step up for them. I mean, only one player sitting at 6 and 6, and the kills continuing to go way of OGT. Crown though finding one on Anita, and it still goes through an Arthur for Java. Now a 2v2, and you spot the player in Ageless and Crown, but cannot take him out. 2v2 situation, bomb down, but this is actually not too bad of a positioning here for Seattle. You gotta account for Ageless though. That Deddy is popped and he's on the flank.
Yeah, and Murph, I mean, he still has this cruise. He can pop it late round. Obviously, you'd prefer not to do it in a round that should have been years, a 4v2, but the gunfight happens mid. Chava manages to get out of his life. I don't think he's going to suspect Ageless to be in this position, but the timing, they both know. Chava takes the gunfight. He chows up. They're going back and forth. He manages to win the 1. Murph in the 1 versus 2 now, and shoots, gives up his position. Unfortunate scenes for him. I mean, now 30 seconds. All Seattle Sloths has to do is bide time, and they win this 2 versus 4. This is an insane round for them to win.
Murph, though, finding the timing on the Chava. And now you're sweating a little bit of your crown, but you have the time on your side, only 18 seconds. So you can potentially make a play, but you know Murph, he's going to start making his way to that bomb. He is on the 2 shots coming in. Just stay down. Just stay down. Now trying to get that defuse in, but now you can shout and you will win the round. Seattle Sloths in a 2v4
Beautiful.
clutch up, and that sends them to match point.
And I mean, honestly, if you're Old Guys Texas, you need to close out that round. You have the cruise missile in your back pocket on offense. That means you basically get full A sight, and this game is probably over this round. But now Seattle Sloths, a beautiful, beautiful 2v4 clutch out of Chava and Crown the ARs showing out, and a map number 5 as they managed to take that one down. And now all the weight's lifted off them a little bit. Now they're on the defense, and I think that they're expecting Old Guys Texas to make a play with that cruise and maybe potentially make a mistake.
Anita is going to be watching that cross, and yeah, I do think that maybe this cruise does come in and should be, I was going to say maybe used in a second. You'd imagine it does come in this round, but we will see.
Yep.
Here we go, Murph. Playing for a little bit of information, playing for the kills to see if the trophies are down. As Murph going to hit mid-map and does find one on Drace, so no trophies down. This is going to allow OGT to get this bomb down, and they're trying to. They do get it down. Chava does find one. Crown with some shots as well. Takes down Murph. That's a big kill right there. 3v2 advantage here for the side of Seattle. Have to get to the defuse in. Ageless does not get the timing, and they're going to spot all these players on cross, but now I don't know if Seattle might have seen both those players on that side. Anita gets taken down. Ageless left in the 1v3. The defuse coming in. Deddy pop, but can you get there and make the play? Finds one. Not going to play this again. No, he does. He finds the kill. Trying to get out with like 19 seconds left. Zyleeks left in a 1v1. Deddy pop, but trying to find this kill. Are you kidding me? Ageless, does he do it? 12 seconds left. You got to find this kill. You got to do it quickly. Ageless, stay down. You bought enough time. We're going to around 11.
I mean, we didn't see the 1v4, but Ageless pulls off the 1 versus 3. That bomb was literally a second away from being defused. Game over. He makes the Deddy play, runs out of top art, doesn't give a care in the world.
Round 11. Winner takes all in this one. Seattle going to grab that bomb and make their way over toward A. Worth noting, no Deddy or trophies on both sides, unfortunately, and you're seeing the nades fly out for both teams. Seattle trying to hit that through open, starting to try to get their map positioning here, but as a sub player, it's just so tough because not having that Deddy really can't make a play, and you see the stalemate happening because of it.
Yeah, I mean, neither team wants to make a mistake here, and you cannot blame them. An inch in the wrong way could cost you the round. If you get blooded, you hate for it to be you. Slow and steady wins the pace for these teams. No real A control to be had yet. Murph, definitely the guy you want controlling that for sure. I mean, the guy was 14-6 before the respawn, and here he goes. Here comes the push onto the side. Zyleeks takes a little bit of an overchill and gets picked. That was a bit aggressive, especially as a sub player. Bomb gonna be down. Drace picks it up, but Anita quick on the refrag, and that'll be 2 going down. But we've seen these two do it before. A 2v4 for these two, and round number, what was it, 7? Something along those lines, and that could be the start of it. They find 1. 3 versus 2. Bomb halfway done. Gonna get planted without contestation, and well, just like that, Crown managed to get away. This is winnable, Teach.
This is doable. This is absolutely doable, and Ageless does have that Deddy now, so he's able to make a play. He might not get the timing, though. Murph, though, finding the kill on the Crown is going to leave Chava left in a 1v3. Finding the kill on the Murph. He spotted that second player as well, I think. Maybe not, is going to try to challenge bomb. 23 seconds left. He just has to play his life. Defuse coming in, though. Will he check it in time? I don't think he will.
Nope.
I don't think he's going to check it. He will not. Ageless trying to look him down, but the defuse comes in, and that is it. OGT wins the round 11. They take the series.
Yeah, and honestly, an insane performance out of Murphy.